up, you guys? Marty Schwartz here from GuitarJams.com. Put the capo on the 4th fret, and if you're a beginner and you want to be able to play and sing this song, and I know there's a lot of you out there, it's basically a C chord to a G chord, and then you turn it around on a D chord. The 3 most famous chords of all time. So we've got C, G, C, G, C, G, turn around on the D, stays on the D, starts over, C to the G, C to the G, C to the G, the D. And if you're not good enough to get this little counter melody in that I'm going to show you, Jack the man is whistling the melody on the recording, so it's kind of a cool thing. You can play the chords and whistle the melody, just an option. So that is the core of the song, though, especially if you're a beginner. There's a bridge section that happens one time in the song, which adds an E minor chord. I'm going to show it to you as we get there. But the whole song is pretty much that C to G, C to G, C to G, turn around on D. Now, though, let me show you the melody that can be played with those chords, and that happens at the same time. Gives you a nice little trick to add to your acoustic arsenal, and it's not too difficult. Here's what we're going to do. I'm just considering the capo the 0 fret now, so when I say the 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, and then I'm still going to refer to it the high E, the B, the G, the D, the A, and the low E, even though the tones have changed because of the capo. Don't worry about it. Okay, so underneath the C chord, the first time, we need a 3, and then the 0, and then the open B, all underneath a C chord. And so the easiest thing to do is for that C chord, if you're playing this melody, is to just keep your index finger off. Now when you play this, that's called a C major 7 chord. But now we're going to add our pinky there, and we do something like this. And then get that open B in there. And then when I go to the G chord, I'm going to still use my ring, middle, and pinky. Might be hard for you. You could do this. But we want the 3rd fret on the B string for the G chord. So it does something, the second time it goes to G, it does something different. So the first time on C, the next C is the same, but when we go to the G, we got to go 3, 2, 0 on the B string while we hold the G chord. Another good reason to use your ring finger instead of your index, because how are you going to get to that 1st fret on the B string? You could figure it out, I'm sure. Okay, so check it out. Here we go from the top. Next time, same thing. Now that D turnaround, the melody is 3 on the B string, open, and then 2nd on the G from that D chord. Now what I'm doing to get that D chord while I'm doing it, I'm adding my pinky to the 4th of the G, which is the same as the open B. So I'm going, just to get a fuller sound. You could go, which is easier, but I'm going. And when he's in that low B tuning, which is definitely a funky tuning, you have to change 5 of the 6 strings to do it. He does a slide, but in this kind of easier version, I'm going to hammer on that 2nd fret of the A, and then play this D with it, and then release it. And then the whole thing starts over. So now there's another trick, and this is going to work anytime you play a C to a G chord. This is actually pretty hard for me to play in standard tuning, you know, and with no capo, because the frets are a little bit farther apart. But basically, I'm adding my pinky to the 4th fret of that D string from the C chord. See that? And then this open G. Alright, so that bridge section, you got to go to an E minor now. So we've got E minor, G, again E minor to the G, another time, E minor to the G, A minor 7, C, 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 G, and the G's twice as long. Into the chorus again. So let me show you that again. It goes E minor to G, a second time, E minor to G, a third time, E minor to G. Now it's an A minor 7. And because of the way, you know, that funky tuning, it's kind of worked out a little differently with that open tuning, but this is definitely, I think, the strongest chord you can get in standard tuning. A minor 7. It's like an A minor chord, but the ring finger off. And then you just add, I mean, look at that. You just add your ring finger. Carry the load, I got you. G chord. So let me play that bridge all the way from the top one more time. Here we go. E minor, G, E minor to the G, E minor to the G, A minor 7, A minor 7, C, 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 I got G, of the chords, and it keeps going. So that's the bridge. The rest of the song speaks for itself. Hope you got something from that.